I'm live, and if I put my elbow on the table, it'll be jiggly. Hi, everybody. It's Sandra Pelly, the Sandini, Inner Peace Mentor, as well as the visionary of the Guide Academy. I'm really excited to be here today, and I just want to let you know this is sponsored by A Spiritual How-To, my book, A Spiritual How-To. This is available on all the Amazons, and it has simple, straightforward, easy tools to help you empower yourself and change your life, just like I've changed my own. Please do say hello. I see that there's already people on watching. I would love for you to click on the banner that it's where it says StreamYard and click on that, and then it pops you off to another screen where you can connect and what's the word I'm looking for? Where you can, what's the word? Where you can okay StreamYard. Hi, Robin. Beautiful. I love this. I love the comment that Robin wrote. Okay, so I essentially am saying, what did you want to be when you grew up? Robin said an Olympic ice skater. And what I wanted to be was a veterinarian. So I wanted to talk about this because it just came to me the other day. My coach has been asking me for some time, what did I want to be when I grew up? What do I want to be when I grow up? Well, I wanted to be a veterinarian. And it was really interesting because I always thought it was just because I loved animals. But when I was starting to delve a lot deeper into this, something else really powerful came up for me. It was because I wanted to work with animals. Okay. That went a step further. Okay. Why did I want to work with animals? Because I felt connected to animals. And in feeling connected to animals, I wanted to be them, work with them, be around them. My hands are on fire talking about this. And I had a huge epiphany the other day. So guess what I've got coming up? I've got the Empowering Extravaganza #2 coming up that has to do with animal guides, animal, capital letters, underline, animal guides, and the medicine wheel. And when I started to realize that what I wanted to be when I grew up was a veterinarian, I also had a fast realization, and this is all coming up because of the photos that I took just recently of some incredible horse pictures, absolutely incredible horses. They were beside the road on my trip into the city yesterday, and when we came back 10 hours later, they were still in that same area, which was so unbelievable. It was so magical. So I actually turned around, stopped, got out of the vehicle, and became the horse whisperer again, just like an experience I had in 2019. I got to about 20 feet in front of them, and then I recognized their personal space, and I stopped and I talked to them, and they were there with their ears straight up. It was just so magical. I like the lighting like that better. It was so magical to experience that with these horses. And I also, when I was coming on here and I was asking the question, what did you want to be when you grew up? I really recognized that as a child, I so wanted to be a veterinarian. I absolutely loved horses. However, I realized really quickly that I was allergic to horses. And when you are unable to breathe and your face goes all puffy, it puts a big damper on that ability to be around that animal. And I have had little interludes. How do I word this? Bear with me here. Thank you. In 2017, I had an incredible coach. And she's very intuitive. And one day we were doing some work together, and she asked me what was going on. What was I feeling? The energy of, we were in this meditation, and what was I feeling? And for me, what I was feeling was that I was pushing my mountain bike, my fat bike actually, which is fatter tires, up a mountain. That I was literally pushing this big, huge fat bike up the mountain. And she said, well, why are you doing that? As I've been teaching all of you in different places, we have the power to change what we're doing in our visions, in our meditations. So why was I pushing my fat bike up a mountain, right? What happened was a horse came up. And that's when I really started to work with horses in my meditations. And this horse came up, and I rode the horse up the mountain, and I rode my mountain bike down the mountain. It was incredibly magical. So that was my first inclination of working with horses. Then my mother-in-law ran herself over with a car, And I know I sound like it just was like, oh, an everyday event. It wasn't. It was a major event. It was very traumatic for the entire family. It was 6 weeks of sitting bedside at the hospital. However, in that sitting bedside, I was connecting in with guides, and a horse came in. And it was so beautiful and so remarkable how, when I was walking up and down the stairs, especially down the stairs at the hospital, concrete stairs, I actually felt the urge to move all the way over to one side one day, because the horse guide was literally walking beside me down the stairs. Like I could hear the foot clops going down the steps beside me. It was so magical. It was so powerful. And then more recently, these horses have been coming up in 2018. Not long before that big accident, horses had come to me in this great big field. I'd seen a horse. And I asked my husband to pull over the vehicle, and I got out, and by the time I got into the fence, there's like 30, 40 horses. By the time the first group of horses got to the fence, there was probably close to 100 horses. It was absolutely incredible. I felt like the horse whisperer, like I said at the beginning of this. And then yesterday, like I said, I saw a group of about 10 horses, and I got out, and I was a horse whisperer again. So horses are really big for me with regards to animal guides. They're so beautiful, so prominent, and horse often comes in. I've actually had a horse skull that was in my front yard for a number of years, and the energy of horse is just so beautiful and so powerful. And in fact, horse energy with the indigenous and the medicine wheel and the 4 colors of horses coming in all have a special meaning in a big way. So when you talk about being the Olympic ice skater, Robin, I love this. I love that you're here. So whoever else is here, say you're here, because otherwise Robin's going to be like having this one-on-one session with me here. Dig deeper with that. Why did you want to be an Olympic ice skater? Okay. What about the Olympic ice skating really drew your attention? What part of that is what is still part of that dream? Write in the comments there for me while I have a drink of water. Now I'm working so much more closely with horse, with Raven, White Raven, actually, with Sister Magpie. Sister Magpie, oh my gosh, Sister Magpie's been flitting by outside my window here all day for 2 days now. It's been really, really quite magical. So what about being an Olympic ice skater really draws your attention? All the time gliding along. I felt such a wonderful feeling. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. So how does that transfer into our life? Okay. What are you doing in those moments in your life now that have that same feeling? Okay. That's what I'm asking you now, Robin. What are you doing in your life now that have those same feels? I love the way I'm moving the energy here too. So if you need to, close your eyes for a moment. And let's breathe our way through the I am open mantra first. Okay, so I am open. With no expectations, no limitations, and I am okay with the outcome. Beautiful. I love what you wrote. Spending time with the grandkids is one of them. I had no idea you were old enough to have grandkids. That's so cool. I have a granddaughter, so I definitely know the feeling. I'm actually going to go have a sleepover with her next week. I'm excited about that. So, do you see the crossover that's going on? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right now. When I wrote my book, A Spiritual How To, I literally had to bold every single word that was the word feel. Okay, because feel is so important. It's how we feel, right? So I knew that I wanted to connect with animals. I knew that it felt so good to be around animals. I love dogs. I love cats. I love horses. I love giraffes. I love all kinds of animals. And now, given where my life is, I am connecting with animals all over the place. I'm communicating with animals. I'm having conversations with animals, and I'm working with animal guides to help empower each of you. And that's how that love to be a veterinarian has crossed over into my adulthood life. So that's what I'm asking you to recognize, Robin, is you are the Olympic ice skater right now. Okay? Feel into the energy of that Olympic ice skater. And look at where you can bring that feeling into your life in more places. Okay? So that's what the Empowering Extravaganza to the Animal Guides and Medicine Wheel is all about. It's about recognizing those things that you wanted to be as a child and how they cross over into the adulthood, and then taking this a step further. And it's so funny because polar bear's coming up for you right now, Robin, but taking it a step further and having an animal guide connect with you and communicate with you, shape shift with you in this experience, this 3-day experience that's happening August 23rd, 24th, and 25th. I think I have a banner here. Yes, it has a price to it. However, you know what? That price, I was just doing this other, what's the word I'm looking for? I was doing this page that I have on my business page, and it is about this experience. So if you pay for a hotel, if you pay for fuel, if you pay for a flight in some cases, if you pay for your food, being a woman, if you're a woman on here watching this, an outfit, clothes to wear, because you know how we are, we like to get something new to wear to this place because we feel we need to shine in a different way. But what we do with these items is we're expending a bunch of cash. So anywhere from $1,600 to $2,000, maybe $2,500 is what you're dishing out normally to go to a 3-day conference. This is a 3-day conference. It's $197, and it's in the comfort of your own home. So you can make your own meals, or your husband can make your meals, or your partner can make your meals, whatever the case is. But I would love for you to join me. I would really love for each of you to take part in this because it's so very, very powerful. What we're going to do is set the intention to connect with your animal guides, to experience their natural movements. That's the shape-shifting part of this. So as I said to you, we're going to do this in a couple of different ways in the Empowering Extravaganza. Notice for myself, I talked about horses, and I shared pictures of horses, and then we did the I am open mantra. And the next thing that we're going to do is honestly, literally connect with simple steps. And it's asking to connect. We literally ask to connect. So Robin, I know I said polar bear, so maybe you'd like to run with that. Ask to connect to polar bear, or whoever's on here, ask to connect with polar bear, for instance. I'm going to ask to connect with horse. Okay, so just close your eyes and ask to connect with that guide. I'd like to connect with. And it's so powerful because as soon as I do that, I can feel the energy of for me, horse come in immediately. Okay, so that's connecting with simple steps. Then the next thing that I said was the setting the intention to connect with your animal guide, to experience their natural movements. So let's do that by getting on or riding the animal guide. Okay, so closing your eyes, I'd like to ride the animal, whatever animal it was, and feel the power of that. And do know that you have the power to ride a polar bear or a giraffe or a mouse, because we can make ourselves very little. We can make ourselves very big. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. And then so I want you to tell me how you felt in any of these. I know I'm doing leaps and bounds right here, so I'm going rather quickly, but only because the smoke from outside is bothering me today. I'm going quickly because, in all honesty, we can do these things really quickly. We can connect with our animal guides really quickly, and then we can have a conversation with them, and we can experience how they move. And we can take that a step further. And we're not going to do that today, but we can take it a step further by actually, what's the word I'm looking for? By actually shape shifting with the animal guide as well. And we'll do that in the Empowering Extravaganza. So the Empowering Extravaganza, this one, I know that I'm feeding this into YouTube as well. So thank you very much for watching if you're watching on YouTube. I'm not a seer, but I saw a large polar bear. Yay! That's fine. You know what? What I love about this is Sometimes we have limiting beliefs on how something needs to appear when we're being asked to see something. Okay. And the best way that I could describe it is if you've ever seen a picture of a polar bear, just imagine what that polar bear looked like in a picture. Or if you've ever seen a polar bear in a zoo, imagine what that polar bear looked like when you were in front of it at the zoo. So I love that you saw the large polar bear. Take that a step further now, Robin, and tap into the energy of the riding on the polar bear. Okay, and what does it feel like? What does that his gait feel like? Because he's got an interesting shorter front legs and back legs, I believe. Right. So what does that feel like to sit on his back? Yeah. Good. Very vivid imagination. Perfect. That's how our guides communicate, is through our imagination. Okay. So as I mentioned, this is happening, this one that I'm talking about now, but they come up every 3 months. There's an empowering extravaganza. So this one's in August. They come up again in November, February, and I believe it's May. March, April, May. Yeah, May. They come up every 3 months, and they're either around little U's or around animal guides. And this animal guides one is the one that's coming up currently. Super cozy, actually, and so protected. I love that. I love that. Beautiful. And in the Empowering Extravaganza Animal Guides and the Medicine Wheel, we're actually going to be tapping into the energy of the east and the wind, as well as having an animal guide come up to work with you specifically. Okay. I also want to tell you that for the first 2 people that after seeing this video, if you connect with me and you want to jump into this, I would love to put your name into the draw for the Power Animal Retrieval. Also, too, if you are on my mailing list, I have an incredible offer in there right now, and I want you to go check it out. And these offers keep coming up on every 3 months with the Empowering Extravaganza. So if you're catching this in between, connect with me, check it out, because for sure, there's always something happening, and you have the ability to pop into this. And for those of you who are interested in this Empowering Extravaganza, it's $197 US. It includes the recordings. It's an incredible, incredible experience. It's actually life-changing. You'll get to experience an animal just like Robin did just now, where she she says she's not normally a seer, but this time she saw the large polar bear as she rode on the polar bear. And that's what I want for each one of you as well. Yay. Okay, everybody, I got to go. This is a quick, easy one. And just to let you know, I'm going to be around. Oh, Sherry's here now. Sherry, let me do this with you too then, okay? Beautiful. Love you, Robin. Thank you so much. I'm just going to touch base with Sherry here. We can see how that goes for her as well. I'm really enjoying the energy of this. So doing this real simple, straightforward. I talked about a horse, so go back and watch from the beginning so you understand where I'm coming from with regards to how this transfers over into your life. But where are you right now in your life doing things? I'm going to take a step back. Thank you, Sherry. I'm going to ask of you, Sherry, you wanted to be an archaeologist. Why did you want to be an archaeologist? What did you want to do as an archaeologist? What drew your attention or had you feeling really good about being an archaeologist? What about it? Okay, let me know in the comments. I'm going to keep this short. So what do you enjoy about being an archaeologist? Or what would you have enjoyed? And where are you actually doing this in your life right now? Okay, that's the 2 questions. That's the 2 questions that I want to bring to you. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Go back and watch the front of this video. It's got some really cool information. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.